you went on Britain's Got Talent, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about that. Hello and welcome to episode 5 of the Harry and Gary podcast, where we talk about the music industry and our times within it. I'm Gary Cunningham.
And I'm Gary Cunningham.
And that's Gary Cash.
I'm Harry.
That's Harry.
I'm just Harry.
He's just Harry, yeah. Yeah, a bit like Harry Potter. You're a wizard, Harry.
I am a wizard, Harry.
Wizard Harry. Although Hagrid isn't Irish, I don't think. I don't know what he is. He's a huge, giant fucking thing, is what he is. Anyway, let's about Harry Potter.
What are we talking about on today's episode?
I could like to say something really rude then, but I won't because we're live. We're talking about our favourite gig. We'll start with that. Our favourite
gig.
Lots of other things. Your experience on Britain's Got Talent.
Okay.
And then we're going to ask ourselves the question. Industry plants, do they exist?
Okay.
And I'm not talking about like flowers and shit. I'm talking about like actual things. I'll talk about it in a minute, right? But obviously we gigged for like forever, and we've gigged all over the country, all these different places. So, what is your favourite gig that you've ever done?
My favourite gig. Oh, that is a tough question. I'm gonna try and be just quick with it, to be honest, and not spend too long
Thinking.
gallivanting
Cool.
around the idea.
Okay.
The experience. But one thing that springs to mind is not a gig, but busking in Times Square, New York.
Yes.
And every bio that I have to send to people, whatever, and I'm talking about myself, is always in there. Harry's performed, blah blah, Times Square. And now I think about it, rightly so, because what an experience. And in your head, you think about your favourite gig. Oh, you were probably an adult or 16 or whatever. No, I was literally 12, whatever, in the heart of New York,
surrounded by people.
Surrounded by a big crowd of people all watching me sing my favourite music at the time, like singing Bruno Mars and whatever. And yeah, an unreal feeling. I can imagine. Seeing the lights and whatever. And allowed to do what you love and just sing with your guitar for like an hour and a half, whatever. Just unreal. And then other than that, last minute funny ones where you might have got a whip round at the end or something like that.
Yeah.
But I think as well another kind of one again, which doesn't really even factor in anything to do with pay or money, is a festival I did with Jumpstone called Richmond Live.
Yeah.
Which was up north, near North Allington, near Yorkshire, and that was very big stage. And I was still slightly recovering from one of my leg operations, but I just remember having all this room. My guitar was wireless, and I just remember just walking up and along the stage. We're only 3-piece. There's even more room. Just me and Harrison down on drums. That was really fun. And then in terms of like cool venues, the Hard Rock, played the Hard Rock Cafe, both of them in London. The first two I did there with Joe were just such a great moment. Like so lovely. One of them we were like sat down. I think Joe both sat down across from people eating, and that was so cool, like at Christmas time and everyone's in good spirits and stuff, you know. And then the bigger one was cool, and to play our own music, and we actually got a few fans out of that and follows out of that, and people genuinely interested in our own songs as well. Other than that, it's very difficult. I feel like my parents might be able to remember better than I do.
Yeah, to be fair, they've been to the majority of the gigs, haven't they?
Yeah, and there was one more on my mind. A cool venue we played once was the Stone Roses Bar.
Oh yeah.
In near Manchester. Difficult really to think of because there's been some really cool ones, you know.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to pick and choose, isn't it?
Oh definitely.
Go on, what would you say?
Oh Jesus. Probably. I played the Eastbourne Bandstand with the Signatures once, and it was absolutely rammed with people.
Shout out Eastbourne.
Shout out Eastbourne. And this was the first time I've been. Well, no, it's not the first time I've been on a lot of big stage, but this stage was fucking huge, right? And the sound guides were amazing. Like I had the perfect. Those that perform with in-ear monitors will understand. I had the perfect in-ear monitor mix. Everything was fucking bang on. And at the end of the show, in our last song, fireworks started going off, and it was like, you know what? This is cool.
Yeah, that probably.
You know what I mean?
Feels pretty immense. Yeah.
What else? Another gig with. I'd had a lot of really good gigs with signatures actually. Went around a lot of the country. Performed at Butlins in Skegness. Although you might be thinking, what the fuck? Like, how's that a good gig? Right?
No, but I remember you saying about Skegness. Yeah.
But it was just insane. I remember them telling me, you know, when I first joined, look, at the end of the year, last show of the tour, we got this massive gig with loads of people. You're not gonna know what to do. Not gonna know what to do with yourself, sort of thing. And I was like, oh yeah, all right then. I've performed in front of big crowds before, but literally, the last night, you couldn't see any. Like it was just packed and really, really loud. And you know when you got fans in the audience and the band start a song that they really know really well and they go mad, the crowd go mad. Yeah, that experience that. So we did. I'm on my way by Dean Parrish, and Dean Parrish, bless him, he's passed away now, but he was one of the acts, and we was like his house band. We were the house band for the whole weekend. And I remember the guitarist of the Signatures, Ben Pegley, starting the riff of "I'm on my way," and the whole crowd just erupted.
Yeah.
I remember because my dad, obviously my dad being my dad, managed to blag himself a triple access, like AAA pass.
Yeah.
Right, so he could get in any building anywhere in fucking Butlins. Had the same credentials as me, even though he'd done nothing.
Yeah.
Right, and I remember looking over in like the VIP bit and watching his face. He was so proud, and it was just huge.
Yeah.
My favourite like impromptu gig, it wasn't even a gig; it was an open mic. Was at the Park Theatre in Michigan in the USA. And I went there and we put this band together. It was me, a guy called John Fagel on guitar, a guy called Posy on bass, and I can't remember what the drummer's name was. But this was one time where I'd gone by myself because the usual people that would come with me were busy. I went, I'll go by myself then. And me and John spent about 5-6 minutes just improvising and going round a circle of fifths, and the crowd were just like all the way through, and it just felt like such an epic moment.
Yeah.
And just being able to walk into a venue and be like, right, I need a bassist, you'll do. I need a guitarist, you'll do.
Yeah.
Drummer, yeah, go on then. Right, come on then, let's go. And it all worked. It was magical, to be honest. It was really cool.
I just thought as well, just quickly before we close that, is playing. I don't know if you've done a gig or whatever in another country, or played abroad, even if it's just street performing or whatever. But there's something about that. I mean, I do remember when I was younger, busking in places like Spain or whatever, being able to enjoy my evening, and again doing what I love and just seeing people enjoy it.
Yeah,
was just beautiful. And being able to wear shorts and relax and just being.
Yeah.
But also gigging. Shout out to I can never say his surname, but Richard. You'll know who he is. Richard in Menorca, Callum Porter. When I played with the Spanglish band in one of the squares in Callum Porter, because Callum was tiny area.
Right.
And that was lovely. And I think back and I think every time I did actually get a chance to play or gig. Oh, I meet Callum Heaslip.
Yeah.
And gig in Mallorca, Calabor, which is where I'm going again this year. First time in quite a few years. And anytime I got to do that on holiday, which was so much fun, was like so, but just really heartwarming and enjoyable. And it's crazy how we mention these moments where, or especially for myself, where again, like I was saying, that payment wasn't really a thing back then, or how much I was thinking about it, the experience. Anyway, what have we got to talk about next?
I'm looking forward to this one because I don't know how. Like,
I feel like I've spoken about this before. I swear I spoke about this on one of the other episodes. But
no,
I'm happy to.
we were gonna cover it. You didn't cover it properly.
Did I talk about it?
I think you might. I think I might have mentioned it, and you went, yeah.
Okay.
right? But you went on Britain's Got Talent, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about that.
I'm going to make it quite quick. As a lot of you will now know, thanks to TikTok and what people share, the first audition you see on TV is obviously not the first audition. Everyone knows that by now. It's not the first one you do. You go to like the Excel Centre or somewhere in London or Sadler's, wherever it's called, Wells or something, theatre, and you go and do a production exam in front of a small room where you're like this in front of them and sing a song. Then they'll say to everyone, you might hear back from us in so many months.
Right.
And obviously that's not the case. If you are successful and they love you so much, they'll either tell you probably on the day, or they'll tell you a couple of weeks later. And they'll email you, they'll get in touch and say, we want you for the actual audition in front of Simon and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Most people you see on the show as well have auditioned probably 4 or 5 times before.
Yeah.
I did it once when I was like 11, and fun fact, I was actually going to go as a dancer.
What? Yeah.
As a street dancer the first time. This was just after 10.2 or during 10.2, I believe.
I think I remember. Yeah.
And I started to sing, and did I sang a cover of Numb.
What?
Numb by Linkin Park.
Linkin Park?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
And they wanted me, got in touch, and then it fizzled out, which is really weird. But that was the year that I was on TV. That's the one where it pans round.
And you're in the audition room. Yeah.
Second year, I knew I didn't do very well. Just already knew the second I'd sang that I wasn't gonna, you know. And in the third year, when my voice had started to settle and I was getting a lot more confident with my voice, I sang in my audition. I sang a cover of T-shirt by Chantel.
Don't know.
Random. Nothing but your T-shirt on. It's
a
female song, but like a male version of it. And I think I asked, do you have any original music? So I sang the Mama Mama.
Oh my god, yeah, I do remember that song and the music video.
I loved it. And this was a similar time to even working with a bit of Tony with like scouting and whatnot, and James Smith and people like that. Which is another story for another day. But I did the production audition. They were like, yeah, we want you. Long story short, I got to Palladium Theatre in London, 2,500 people. Got told you're going to be on one of the last people of the day, one of the last auditions. No, we've changed our minds. You're going to be one of the first on. In fact, you're going to be the first audition of the day.
You're going to go right now.
Yeah, and you're in a very small like auditorium area, and it's so weird. Like thinking back, how much of a fucking blur it was. Such a blur. Like to think I actually did it. Crazy. And you're not allowed phones down there. You're not allowed to record any of it because of legal reasons.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, these days someone probably could have snuck a camera on or
Yeah.
And you go down this little circle of stairs. You've gone down there. Right, you ready? You have to have a chaperone. If you have a certain age.
Child,
So I have a chaperone, and then my mum and dad come down like 5 minutes later. Yeah. And they join me down there. I don't know where Sophie was. I think she still waited upstairs or something. I can't remember. Right. And then next thing you know, through the back entrance, I see Ant and Dec. Yeah. They come through, and I was doing a little bit of a warm up, and Mum tells the story quite well. She said apparently I looked like sick in the face. I looked like closed. I looked really quite nervous. Yeah. And I was trying to do my vocal warm ups, and like I was I couldn't feel anything. I was so just like.
Shaking.
You know when you're actually sick and you just feel so weak. Yeah. You feel so incompetent of like lifting, touch anything or anything. Yeah. And I do remember feeling a little bit like that. But again, like I said, a lot of this was such a blur. I was 13, so it's close to 14 years ago now. Jesus Christ. 14 years ago. Wait. No, that's not that, does it? No. Something I can't do the maths right now, mate. No. Wait, +4. Would make me. No, it is.
Don't ask me.
It is. What are we on about? +4 would be 17. Yeah. +10. 27.
Oh yeah. Still 27. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Quit maths.
Anyway, and next thing you know, they go right. Here's Ant and Dec.
Hello, Harry. How are you? That's right.
Right, you're going to walk over here, and they're going to talk to you straight away. They're very lovely. And it's like everything they say, them two, is completely rehearsed.
Of course it is.
And I can imagine, obviously, that's my first ever glimpse of it. Everything is entirely fake. You know, it's lovely. They seem lovely, but I don't know. They could be horrible. Their usual thing, questions. And then it was suddenly, right, see that X on the stage? Right, walk over to that, stand there, wait for the mic, and then you're on. And it was like, right, go follow that. And I remember it briefly. I walked up to it, ready, and there I am. And yeah, you can't see shit. It's
really
so bright. And I can see Simon, Amanda, Alicia, David Williams, and then you can't see the people really. There's just fucking loads of them. They're all just like really high up.
Yeah.
And just quickly, I'll say that they asked me to sing. They asked me to sing "Baby Can I Hold You" by Tracy Chapman.
Yes.
Obviously, everyone knows "Fast Car" by Tracy Chapman. You got a fast car. Not many people know this one. And I start and I go, do the sorry's all that you can say.
Yeah.
And shout out Katie Jackson, who helped me prepare for that audition at AT Music. And I was holding the "It's all that you can say," holding the note.
Yeah.
Got to the second part, "Forgive me," whatever it is.
Yeah.
Simon does the old hand up thing.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And goes, "Have you got another song?"
Oh, for God's
Which
sake.
they told me to sing. Everyone says this. Right, and looking back, I don't care if my audition got aired or not, right?
Yeah.
Looking back, I wish I just said it. As a little kid, even then I wish I had the balls and whatever and the confidence to go, your production told me to sing this one, so why
are we changing it? Yeah.
Yeah. And he said, you got another song? I said, I've got Justin Bieber, That Should Be Me.
Yeah.
And they go, oh yeah. I'll start the first bit. I can't remember that. How does it go, the first line? Let the people and everyone goes, it's like, yeah, love it.
Yeah.
Thing is, guys, they've clearly got signs that say cheer.
Yeah, of course they have.
Of course they have.
It's all fake. Sorry.
It's all fake.
It's all
completely fake. But I felt great though.
Yeah,
I
as you would.
And I'm like, wow. And I'm pretty. I don't even know if I even got to finish that one. I don't think I even finished that song.
He asked you to go the song.
No, because I'd remember. I would remember finishing a fucking song, wouldn't I? I'd remember finishing a song. No, I didn't finish that one either. He put his hand up, first audition, but I don't know if he was in the mood. And he goes, right, Harry, tell me something. And he's like, what do you love doing, Harry? And I'm like, well, obviously I love singing.
Hello?
Yeah, right? And then he was really weird, Simon, that day. He goes, no, something else. And I went, well, I love football. I love football. He goes, oh, okay. He goes, tell us about, well, I said, well, I've been singing in pubs since I was like 10. And he goes, he looks around at the audience as if to say, like, well, that's bullshit. I was thinking, how dare you? And I remember I put a post up on Facebook a few years later saying, I'll never forget Simon's face when I said that.
Yeah.
As if he didn't believe me or some shit.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, well, what? Simon, have you fucking sang it?
Yeah, he has. He's done.
Like,
he's
I'm
not.
sorry, he's not there to judge.
And
neither's Amanda Holden. Anyway.
Don't even get me start. Don't even get me started on
I hate that woman. She's dirty cheat as well, right? And there's no reason to have the platform she has. Right, silver spoon up her ass. Right, there's gonna be a lot of blurring in this one, isn't there? Anyway, we'll get there. Simon said no, thought I was too young. Amanda said no, thought my phrasing could be better. Alicia said yes. David Williams said yes and loved my personality. Right, yeah. Which in my eyes, right, two yeses is through, yeah. Right. But they didn't even actually say that. They just went, thank you for your time, Harry, see you soon or whatever. And got told to exit the stage.
Right.
So I exit the stage.
Yeah.
And I thought I haven't got through.
Yeah.
And obviously I didn't. But I thought I haven't got through.
Yeah.
And obviously I was in bits, you know, I was really upset. I didn't cry, I don't think, but I just was like moody the whole way down. And then got on with it, and then again got over it, like, you know what I mean? Four random, think about it, 4 random people, you know.
Yeah.
But like, it's not like you have to pay for the opportunity or anything like that.
No.
So day up London, got to play in front of 2,500 people.
Yeah.
And I do remember though, the person asked me though, got the buzzer, got the X's, the X's. There wasn't any golden buzzer back then, by the way, any of that bullshit. Right? It was just yes or no, and you get the X's, and he got the X's, and they're so loud.
Are they?
So I'm walking back up the stairs, I walked past Stephen Mulhern. Shout out to Stephen Mulhern.
Yeah.
walk past them and I hear, like, fuck yeah. And so, you know, it could have been worse. But apparently there's a lot of things wrong with, that went wrong with BGT as opposed to X Factor and stuff like that.
Right.
But yeah, that's it. I'm not talking any more on that.
That was fucking hilarious. If anyone catches my David Walliams joke and you understand it, a fair play to you. I'm not going to explain it. But if you understand it, then well done. And also, sorry if you've experienced it.
Alright, carry on then.
So, industry topic of the episode. Talking about fake things and fakeness. Industry plants. Do you know what they are?
Mm-hmm.
What are they?
Yeah, like a bonsai tree or something.
No, as I said at the beginning, not plants like flowers and shit. Okay, industry plants are people that, you know, people like when some who's the latest sort of Lowly Young, right? So loads of people are saying, oh, she's been built up and planted within the industry to be successful. Everyone knew she was going to be. They just launched her at a certain time, right? Do you think that's true, and do you think industry plants exist?
It might not be true in Lowly Young's case.
But you think it's true overall?
Overall, it's true, yeah. Sam Fender and a few other artists spoke out about it recently, and he was saying, and I know he's kind of like, oh, make it all about me kind of comment to say, but he said, oh, look at me, I'm one of the last to come from a council estate, blah, blah, blah. And the one point he did say, he brought up a statistic, and I wish I knew it, so please, no one try and quote me on this, but it was something to do with the fact that the most people you see with the most success at the moment that are either highest on the New Music Friday playlists or getting the most amount of streams with the most monthly listeners and stuff like that, whether it be in indie rock or whatever, have nepotism?
Yeah,
have
nepotism,
come from some kind of background, right? Yeah. And the ones that have the one who've come from music universities who then go on to make it again have come from a higher upbringing. And he said this, and it's hard to argue against it.
Keep talking. I need to plug the Mac in. Keep talking.
You need to plug the Mac in.
Yeah.
Guys, he needs to go and plug the Mac in. He's going downstairs. It won't be long. Anyway, one of these examples was a band called Inhaler, whatever they're called. This indie band, and there you go. You know, 1975. There you go.
Yeah, because
100%.
Mummy and Daddy are both famous.
Yeah.
In that case.
But it is true. Yeah, it is true. And the difficult thing is, it's hard to argue against it because money talks. Money gets people out of situations. It gets people in situations.
It does.
You know, like if me or you, touch wood, it doesn't happen. But if we ever went to prison, we're gonna have a hard time getting out. But if we're from Chelsea and we went to Eton,
then we're fine.
Oh, we're fine.
Yeah.
We can go to prison and get out the next day or bail out. So, and it's the same with the industry. If you have a daddy or a mummy, right, like that, it's true. They'll go, here you go. You know, we were talking about using your hard-earned money to help you further your career.
Yeah.
Before. This time it's the opposite. You can go, right, Dad, can I have this amount of money? Or they'll go, it happens. It happens.
I don't think there's anything.
It's difficult to live against it and know that's what you're always going to be key. And that's what I feel sorry for artists these days.
But at the same time,
it will always exist.
But at the same time, and hear me out here. Don't hit me, alright? But I don't think there's anything wrong with knowing people and using the people you know to be successful.
What, your parents?
Not your parents,
Bank
but
account.
no, not your parents. But like, both of us are now in a position where we have a few contacts that we can use to help people, right?
That's different. I'm confused.
And no, but I've done it. I've called in favours for people that I think should be successful, and I have no issue with them using my name and my contacts to get further than I did.
I don't see how that's linked to nepotism and industry plants.
It is, well, it sort of is.
He's making no sense, people.
It sort of is linked to industry. It's not industry plant because I'm not that high up in the industry. I can't plant anything. But
you can't plant a bonsai tree either. Oh dear.
Like, it's about who you know, isn't it? Not what you know.
Yes, that is
You know.
also true.
But at the same time,
and that is true in the sense that if you link that to what I was saying, you can say, right, a singer, guy or girl, if they present themselves well enough,
yeah,
and they meet someone at a networking night who has the money, and maybe that person is an older gentleman or older woman who doesn't even have maybe kids of their own, and they're like, oh, I'll help you out. I'll give you some seed money for it.
seed money.
You know,
Yeah.
and that can happen, and that's kind of nepotism because you've just happened to meet the right person there.
Yeah.
Who has some money, who's willing to help further you along.
Mm.
Whether the immediate circle around you or that bigger circle even think you're that good.
Mm.
Um,
See, that's the problem. That's what I can't stand. It's when people aren't good and they get.
Oh yeah, and I will say as well is one thing Sam Fender did touch on, and all fair, I'm pretty sure he did, is that he said it doesn't mean that some of these people aren't good. So for example, Inhaler and I mean I can't stand 1975. Let's not even go down that path. But
I quite like them.
I've just noticed that there's a photo of Prince there in the 3121 album. Anyway, it doesn't mean you're not good. I mean, it's hard to argue. Like if someone's rich, decides to spend their money that way, let's call them rich, even though it's not their money. But like if dad's given them some money and they've been able to further their career and they are actually good, what can we be angry at? We can be envy of money, but can we be envy of the talent? No. So I think that's the thing. You've still got to have talent, but you
not always.
No. But there will always be those people like that. There will always be rich people, and there will always be people like that. We need to, I think, move on. We need to wrap up. I think
we do need to wrap up because you've got to teach soon. It's very soon actually, so we really need to. That brings us to the end of episode 5. We've laughed a lot more than I thought we would. Shout out to Simon Cowell and peace.
You're a prick.